So
Monster.
So
Darryl and do you go by John or Johnathan?
Johnathan.
Johnathan.
is it? You got an H?
I have an H, yeah.
This motherfucker doesn't.
I don't have
Just
an
run
H.
around acting like he's normal.
Mexicans don't have H's, man.
Come on, man.
We don't do the H's.
You gotta have H.
Well, because Mexican, you can't. Johnathan, we don't do that.
I don't believe that. I have him in my phone, and I've had him in my phone for years as John, and he's a Jon. Someone had to tell me, they're like, "Isn't John's name spelled wrong?" When I was calling him, I was like,
There's no H there.
"Shit."
It's not right or wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
But if one was wrong, there would be one.
If we had to choose.
Yeah. If we're saying something's missing from one,
Yeah.
there's one that's missing something.
I think you're right. Well, it's the
I think you're right.
It's the Bible version, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Bible started everything.
Yeah,
You know
well,
that.
You know my parents.
You know that as much
They
as
didn't read the Bible.
Okay. Well, that's weird.
End of the podcast.
See you later.
I thought you didn't want to get put on the no fly YouTube.
Well, yeah, we've
No,
pretty
that's
much,
a good thing. You can talk
Oh, that's
about,
good.
yeah.
Okay.
As long as you don't talk about the bubbles, then
Right.
Yeah.
you're good.
No bubbles, we're good.
The
You
bubbles?
want to explain the bubbles?
Golly, have y'all heard his voice yet? Just sing something. Just sing something. Let's not even talk about anything. Just sing.
Maybe next time.
He can beatbox a little bit. Dang, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Everyone's surprised.
I didn't think you could. I just said it.
Dude, I was in radio, hip hop radio.
So that means you beatbox.
You have to do something.
Yeah. I think you just like clean the floors and empty the trash.
I did that too when I was an intern.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, so the whole time, huh? Yeah. All right. Let's talk about this business.
Yeah.
man.
So how do y'all get into SNO Monster? Whose idea was that?
That's a big loaded question, huh?
So SNO Monster was a collective. Short story long, right? I got laid off for COVID, so I had a great career, doing all these great things, wanting to grow within this oil and gas industry. COVID came, they did a restructuring, I got laid off. So I'm sitting at home trying to see what's my next move, applying for jobs. But in the meantime, I said, hey, let's try to start a business here. So we have this meeting that we do once a month. We meet up and we talk business, see how we can support each other. I call the group the bowling team. Right?
No, okay.
That's ironic.
Who
Yeah.
is it? A team, like a group of friends you've had from around the area,
Right,
or what?
right. People that I've been
Okay.
knowing my entire life.
How many people is it? How many people?
It fluctuates.
Yeah.
There's a solid 3 of us,
Yeah.
but the group grows to like maybe 8, 9 sometimes. So, but there's a solid 3 of us that usually meet.
I remember I didn't make the cut. I asked and he was
No.
like, no.
Yeah.
Nah.
You don't have what it takes.
No,
Something like
clearly. Mike gets told that a lot.
Yeah. So I'm used to
You
it.
should be used to
I'm
it.
used to it. I'm used to it.
Let's keep
Not a big
clowning
deal.
on him.
But I feel like I should mention it.
I'm staying consistent, right? Yeah. So, thinking about it, I say, hey, shaved ice seems like a business that I know we can jump into. And we're in Rosharon, there's not really a lot here. Summer was coming up. I say, this would probably be a good idea. So I brought it up in that meeting, the bowling team. I got that from the Flintstones with Barney Rubble and Fred would go bowling all the time. That's where the guys meet up, and I've heard that reference several times. So I said, we're going to call that group the bowling team. So we're going to tell our wives, hey, I'm going to meet with the bowling team type of thing. We don't do any bowling.
Yeah. I need to do it one time and just like throw it off.
Just to take a picture.
Yeah.
Make some jackets.
Yeah. Exactly.
Some of those real like
bowling teams.
bowling shirts like with the
Yeah, with the
The snap buttons.
straps. Yeah.
50s
The
looking.
long lapels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you already know.
Yeah,
I didn't know all the things that distinguished a bowling shirt, but you did.
Come on, I'm all over.
You got to watch him.
Come on.
Watch this guy.
They
All
like
right.
balls.
The first thing he says.
Idiot.
Oh, okay.
So we decided to start it, and we went through this whole process, right? Seeing what's the best serves, what's the best machine. So we did a lot of research on this thing, and then it came with the money. We were like, how are we going to raise the money for this? How much is it going to cost? So after doing our evaluation, we put our resources together and decided to take a chance on it. It was one of the greatest things we ever did. So the community bought in. I don't know if it's because no one could go anywhere with that and the combination of the heat during the summer, but we got just great support from the community, friends and family, bringing people way out here to Rosharon just to support us. It was kind of a rough time because it was COVID, right? So there's a lot of precautions and protections we had to do, but we made sure we protected everybody, protected ourselves, started this thing. We're on year 2 now, and it's growing every day. So we're real grateful for it.
So it's a mobile truck, right?
Right. It's a trailer.
Okay. So what made you want to start a mobile truck versus doing like a brick and mortar place?
I don't want to take all of them.
I do.
So there's actually 3 of us. It's Johnathan, myself, and our partner. His name is Darryl. It's just something we all just kicked around at the time with COVID, funds being low. Trying to see, hey, is this a good venture that we want to jump into? We don't want to drop a bunch of money and it's not successful. So we actually lucked up. We searched high and far. Really couldn't find nothing. We actually found a great deal on the trailer. It was from a company that's out in Katy. They kind of gave us the rundown, gave us the breakdown, gave us the trailer with some equipment, like the great startup. So from there, we kind of just got started with the trailer. And the trailer has actually been a blessing. We're able to go and support events, the community events, the schools, the parties, the birthday party, all type of events. So, I mean, it's actually been a blessing that we haven't been stationary, that we can be mobile and float around.
Wow.
That's scary, though, taking a big leap like that, spending a buttload of money on something that you don't know is going to work or not, right?
Right.
But now y'all have, do you have dedicated people that come up that your regulars?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Do they come and like find you at other locations too? I bet you that feels pretty good.
We have a great customer base. We have people who have supported us and has traveled to the other side of town just to come and get a shaved ice cup.
Wow.
Every time that we're open, they're either calling, texting, or emailing and reaching out saying, hey, man, where are you guys at? You should be on this side of town today. So, man, the support has been phenomenal. But, yes, we do have a lot of regulars. I don't just want to just call them out.
Hey, man.
But
if you want.
I mean,
We got Tommy, we got Bommy, we got
Me, P, Senorita.
That's the Petey Pablo song.
Yeah.
What song is that?
Yeah.
Shaniqua.
Monique. Yeah, that's good, man. So, what is the special word you got to say to get a little bit of in there?
a little bit of So we're an establishment that complies with all federal regulations.
Except for
He's good. He's
trying
good.
to get the shutdown.
well, we gotta figure out what's really going on here. How do you know the secret word?
Hey, that's pretty consistent
Yes.
request.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Well, have y'all looked into how to make that legal? Because I know people make it happen. It's like a special license.
So it's something that we're not interested in pursuing. But the market is just not large enough to pursue something like that, in our opinion. I think that, if we had a Jon and Mike event, we could sell out.
Yeah.
Right? But there's more community events with children and schools, little league sport teams. Those are the type of events that we've been getting a lot of demand for and seen success with. I think we want to continue along that path and grow that, opposed to saying, hey, we're going to be outside of, outside this liquor store.
It doesn't have to be like that. I mean, because y'all are right off the highway. People are coming home from work and they just want to cut the edge, man. Get a snow cone.
So we have
go to sleep.
We have a pretty consistent line. I say we can't, but whatever you do after we have
it's
is your
good.
prerogative.
I'm gonna break them.
Once it leaves that window, you can do whatever you want.
Yes.
Preferably.
Yes, we have a consistent script that we communicate to all of our patrons that are interested in participating in adult beverages.
Where do y'all get the syrup at? Like, what kind of thought process?
Slow down.
You don't want to tell the secrets?
No,
or what?
man. That's like the Whataburger sauce or McDonald's sauce. They put Thousand Island in it.
I'll tell you, there's a couple of things that set you apart from a lot of shaved ice companies. And that's one of the big things that set you apart.
I bet that's what, I guess that's where I was getting at, because you can't just buy something at Walmart, right? I mean,
yeah.
We can, but it won't be the SNO Monster flavor.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's already coining stuff.
That's a promo. Wrap it.
Here's the real question. How trash were the snow cones at first?
Oh, they were terrible.
Yeah, like when y'all were starting, like the first ones y'all were giving out, we were all like,
so
let me know how this is.
We have a lot of great minds within the business, right? We have people that have been in operations for a long time. We have analytical minds. We have mechanical minds. I mean, I think that's what brings us all together. With that combined knowledge, we worked out a lot of those kinks before we opened up to the public. So we had a lot of like I said, friends and family that we use as guinea pigs. We had a huge event at Darryl's home where we invited the whole family out to do a tasting. Now we have 39 flavors. So it was a lot of shaved ice they had to taste.
People were just hunched over.
Yeah. But with that, we gained a lot of insight because I come from a pretty big family and we're just brutally honest with each other. So they're like, this is disgusting. It's nasty. I like this one. What are you guys doing in there? The ice is like really chippy. So
Chippy.
a lot of that's the thing. But there's a lot of very honest feedback that we received to help provide a lot of the troubleshooting that we went through to produce the product that we have now.
Yeah, I figured you'd go above and beyond and try to figure this stuff out.
Come on.
You can tell by the way he talks. Man.
Yeah.
And just with the syrup that John brought up, I mean, we did a lot of research on that. We wanted to make sure the color was there because that's a big thing. You don't even think of that. But when you get shaved ice, the color is a really big thing. People want to see a bold color when they leave the trailer. And then the flavor has to be bold also. So it was a lot of research in that. We actually found a company that has been doing this for almost 100 years. Mm-hmm. And we actually shipped that in. And we use that concentrate to produce our product.
Where does it get shipped in from?
Where are they from?
It could be domestic. It could be international. It could be one of those.
Okay.
It's one of those options. Yeah, either or.
I wonder if it's international.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Possibly.
He's good, man. He's quick.
So y'all are starting to put like non-traditional toppings on these things. So y'all started with the ice, and I think y'all do the cream, and that's like your traditional snow cone. But now y'all putting candy and pizza and stuff on top of these things. So like, what sets you apart from like the toppings? If you went, to another place, what sets y'all apart in that aspect?
So we try to cater to our fan base. Since our fan base is primarily the youth, we pretty much just listen to what they want. With that being said, the youth come up with some interesting topics. Needless to say, but with that being said, we try to set ourselves apart. With the sprinkles, with the chamoy, with the different toppings, with the pickles, with the marshmallows, with the cream. We have 22 different candies, and believe it or not, we're steadily bringing in more. If we get a request, we'll say, hey, you know what? That's a great idea. Next week when you come back, we'll have it available for you.
Yeah.
So, we're just trying to just listen to what the customer wants and provide that customer service experience. That way, once they leave the trailer, they'll say, man, this is some good ice. That's some great topping. Mom, let's come back next week. Or let's come back later on today.
Where do y'all normally post up at? What's the number one spot for y'all?
So we set up every weekend at 3232 Meridiana Parkway. And that's right here next to CVS parking lot. So right at Meridiana Parkway and 288, Highway 288. And just to dovetail off what Darryl was saying when it comes to the toppings, we listen. That's how we got so many, right? Most places have 2 or 3, but we get a lot of requests for a lot of different kind. And we know we serve a diverse customer base, and we just want to be able to serve as many people as possible and satisfy as many people as possible.
What is the strangest topping that y'all have added? Because you were talking about something strange. What is it?
See, that's more of a personal preference. So you ask me personally.
Well, to you, what's the weirdest one?
Man, it definitely would be the chili powder for me. I don't know who wants chili powder on a shaved ice.
That has to be a Mexican.
Yeah,
hey, we serve a diverse community.
Non-alcoholic,
church going people.
Yeah.
Chili powder, chamoy, all that stuff is just that's snow cones and like Clute, like where I'm from, at least. I guess you're kind of not, but yeah, that's kind of the flavor. But you were talking about pickles. That seems like a weird one.
Super popular.
So, believe it or not, the strangest pickle request I had, someone wanted it regular shaved ice at the bottom, no flavoring, sprinkle some pickle juice on the top half, take the whole pickle and just dive it in the middle.
Oh, shit.
So, was actually ironic. I actually took a picture and I sent it to Johnathan and Darryl and said, man, look at this great product.
No.
And I said, man, they was like, what in the hell is that? But the
They paid for that.
They loved it, and they came back the next day. I mean, but the pickles request is probably some of the strangest. Like people want shaved ice on one half, none on the other half. Sprinkle some chamoy with some pickle on top. I mean, we get very creative.
Mm-hmm.
If you could think two buns, you put some little bit of snow cone in there and just.
Man, I'm telling you that.
That's a great idea.
Could you imagine like a pickle ice sandwich?
If we have the capabilities, I'm all about it.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
What are y'all, I guess, the sizes? Like, how did y'all come up with the sizing and putting it in different containers and things like that?
So a lot of the sizes we came up with were based off what's already out there. So, we went and visited a lot of shaved ice companies within the area and saw what sizes they had and kind of went.
Oh, you got a little fake mustache. Yeah. Like, oh, that's interesting. I'm about to work here in a few weeks.
We did a lot of recon.
Yeah. I see you like crawling up.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
they got pickles.
Because of course, like when it comes to pricing, we're like, okay, how much should we charge for shaved ice? So we have to see what the market is, and that's how you figure out what that market is. You go and evaluate what's actually selling.
Yeah.
We find out what those sizes are, what the rate is they're selling, and we adjust accordingly.
Are y'all getting impacted by the supply chain issues on cups? I read something like it's hard to come by cups recently. Like even at our place of work, they're like, we can't get 16-ounce cups. Like we can only get 8-ounce. Are y'all seeing that too?
Yes, absolutely. We actually found a vendor that started selling sleeves just to conserve the boxes.
Yeah.
But yes, we are being affected by it.
Yeah. What's the biggest thing? Are y'all getting, is the syrup or is it the cups or what's the biggest thing that y'all getting hit on?
Probably the cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like cups, like simple styrofoam cups. We're starting to see that issue now.
I mean, you guys work at styrene plants. What's going on with the cups? You got to tell me.
We don't make cups, man.
No?
Don't bring no cup.
Yeah.
We're not a cup kind of company.
We're not a cup guy.
We don't mess around with cups.
We're bad guys, but we're not cup guys.
Big difference. Yeah.
My friend works corporate Whataburger and was saying that they can't get cups either, and some other materials, but said that like Chick-fil-A needed the cups too, but they get the cups first because they're a bigger company than Whataburger.
Really?
I didn't think that was the case, but they order more materials than Whataburger, so there's a hierarchy of who gets the cups first based on how much I mean, obviously, if they pay more, they'll probably get the cups.
Well, they did a report saying that Chick-fil-A was right there with McDonald's, and they have a fraction of the number of locations when it comes to revenue.
I believe that, dude.
Yeah.
You can't drive by. I challenge you, okay, to drive by Chick-fil-A and it not have a line.
Oh yeah,
never. You never
No,
see it.
The one in Lake Jackson doesn't operate inside anymore. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
It's like the only one that works only outside because they don't have the staffing for inside, and they can make just as much. Just keep 2 lines going through,
efficient,
and just
man,
and just flipping them.
That's the only place you drive by, see the line, like, man, I'll get in line.
Yeah.
I think the same thing. I'm like, I'm happy to be in this line.
Right.
One, I know my food's gonna come out correct.
Yeah.
And the people are always like extra, like it's almost awkwardly nice how they are. You know what I mean? So okay, just take it down a couple notches here.
You know when someone go ahead.
No.
You know when someone came from Chick-fil-A too, you're like at Chili's or something, and they're like, "You want a Dr. Pepper?" And you're like, "Yeah." It goes, "Oh, my pleasure." And I was like, "I know where you came from, motherfucker."
Don't spit my drink.
Speaking of fast food chains, SNO Monster, when you drive by.
Yeah. I like what you did.
So that customer service experience, when we have a line in front, people just love to say, hey, they have a great product. I mean, how often do you pass by a shaved ice trailer or a trailer for that matter, and you see a line? You don't know what they're selling, but you can say, hey, that food, that product, it has to be good, right?
Yep.
So
if there's a line, people want to flock to it.
They have a line out there all the time too.
How many people y'all have working the trailer?
On average, we have about 3 people.
Okay.
So during peak times, we have 3, but we can reduce down to 2 when it's non-peak times.
Yeah.
But
so you got one person taking orders, and then one person making the cups, and one person doing the syrup, or what?
Right. Exactly.
I'm surprised he told us that.
I'm
surprised he told us the process.
Yeah.
He slipped. He's slipping.
You see it right there.
And the syrup's from Cali, right? Like you said.
Okay.
Possibly.
You know,
possibly.
Is it Puerto Rico?
Maybe.
Chances
Maybe.
are. Yes.
So that trailer's small. There's 3 of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the stories we got going on there? What's the protocol for swapping places and stuff?
Well, I mean,
how awkward does it get in there?
It doesn't get awkward.
We have enough room to, we don't booty bump too much.
It's butt to butt protocol though, right?
Okay, explain what that is. Explain what that is.
If y'all are gonna pass, y'all make sure to go butt to butt.
Oh, instead of crotch to crotch.
I mean,
gotcha. Crotch to butt. That'd be terrible.
Which one's worse? You know what I mean?
6 and 1/2 dozen.
Yeah,
this guy's
that's
good.
the stuff you say. He's the type that has all those.
We can talk about that. That's like the Matthew McConaughey talk.
Is that it?
You have you heard Matthew McConaughey talk?
Oh yeah,
He's got all these these quips.
Yeah.
Quips. It's a new word we learned.
He learned.
But he's quick, man. He's got these little sayings like I can't think of any right now, but you got it.
And it's never it's never like one way or the other. He's like, Texas, man, we just we're all about this, we're all about that, but we're not all about it all the time. But we could be all about it.
That's what he talks about Austin. When he talks about Austin, he goes, we like to keep Austin weird, but we're not too weird where we can't let the tech people come into Austin, but we want to keep it weird, but not just too weird. You know what I mean?
Come on in and have yourself an apple pie while you're at it. Good people in Austin.
These guys quick, man.
He's a little McConaughey on him.
He is, man.
So is it butt to butt?
Yeah.
We want to know.
I know you're trying to avoid this question. Man.
Okay, we haven't taken the data down to make
Have y'all caught each other eye to eye one time? And we're like, let's not do this again.
We need to avoid this.
It probably would be awkward if we had known each other our entire lives. Yeah. So I've been knowing this guy probably 22
plus years.
Yeah, 20 plus years, and Dontrell I've been knowing literally since I've been alive. We were neighbors when I was a kid, and he actually moved. I actually moved next to him in our neighborhood, so we've been living next to each other our entire lives. So even if you have those incidentals. We don't even pay attention to it. Yeah.
Totally normal.
What's the do y'all want to purchase another trailer or kind of expand off of the one? What do y'all want to do?
Okay, I guess I'm the guy.
I like how you negotiate though.
So of course that's the conversations we're having now. What's the next step, right? So the first year was a learning, right? Let's learn what we're doing. Let's hit the bumps in the road. Let's learn from the mistakes. The second year was let's try to optimize our product, optimize our operations, bring in additional staff when we could, and we did that this year. So now we're talking about next year, what that next step is. So we're evaluating a couple of things. Brick and mortar is usually the go-to, right? Let's get a space, let's get in there. But we've seen a lot of our companies that we talk to, because it's kind of a family when you talk about Shaved Ice. We all communicate with each other. It's instead of competition, like we all help each other. He mentioned the company in Katy that sold us the trailer. They gave us a lot of insight. Hey, this is what you need to do. This is how we revolutionize and start making a profit. So they're helping us bridge that gap and quicken that learning curve. So taking that data, and some of the brick and mortars just didn't survive over COVID, right? It's just so much overhead. A lot of people weren't going out to those community areas, socializing, buying that Shaved Ice. So that's something we're considering. So we're coming out of that, but we're not completely out of the clear. Right. So there's a couple options. One is to get a brick and mortar. That's everyone's dream, to have a permanent location, because you increase your hours, you increase your traffic, you can provide a stable location, you can expand your menu. But another thing we're evaluating is, should we get an additional trailer and have more locations? Right. We don't want to get rid of the mobility, because the mobility has been something I think that's helped the business survive through all of these hardships. Our ability to relocate. We could pivot really easy and be flexible, right? So if we're here at 3232 Meridian Parkway and we're just like, today's a slow day because it's raining, and we have an event that we can go to, we can pick up and go to that event. And that's happened a couple of times. We've had people come and say, hey, can you guys come to a game? We have a game literally up the road. We'd love to have you there. And we made an executive decision to pack up and go down there and make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So we lose that flexibility if we go brick and mortar. So we kind of weighing, do we want to keep that flexibility and that mobility and move to a brick and mortar? Or do you just want to get an additional trailer and have more flexibility and move around? So that's something we're evaluating now.
I feel like when people want a snow cone, it's authentic to go to a trailer. Like, it's gonna be good. If you go to like a brick and mortar, I feel like you're gonna get like this very capitalized
like going to
place,
like Cherryberry,
or something. And I don't know if it's realistic nowadays for some companies to do that. Like it doesn't seem. It seems like you make more money in the trailers. So it's kind of
you reduce your overhead. That's the big. I mean, you get a brick and mortar, you have a couple of slow weeks. I mean, you're like, how are we gonna stay in this place?
Pulling the old collar down. Huh? It's getting a little hot in there.
But you especially in Houston. So I mean, in the greater Houston area, the death to a snow cone day or shaved ice day is rain. No one buys shaved ice in rain. Wind, cold, sunshine. People will still buy shaved ice. Rain, no one buys it. It just doesn't happen.
That's funny. I thought like cold, like no one wants shaved ice.
People still come get shaved ice.
That's strange.
Rain, because when you think of a trailer, when you think of the shaved ice experience, you are out. Hey, that'd be great. Shaved ice. You pull over, you get shaved ice. But you got to get out the car and walk to the trailer.
Yeah.
When it's raining, you're not getting out the car.
That's a good thing about being in Texas too, because it's hardly ever cold, real cold anyway, to avoid shaved ice. But also the mobile thing is key. I imagine y'all going to like the Houston Astros games or something like that and posting up. Can y'all do that, or have y'all looked into that?
That's my permit guy right there.
So we have some permit restrictions. Primarily, we try to service this area here in the Missouri County area. But if we are invited to an event and you pay for us to be there as a private sale, then yes, we can. But we primarily try to capitalize on the area that pretty much built us and supported us from day one, which is the Meridiana, Missouri County, 3232 Meridiana Parkway, next to CVS location.
I wish y'all could say it a little faster, like so fast that you don't even know.
You need to speed it up.
Yeah. You need to do that. Man. So yeah, that's so if you were to get another, I feel like if you get another trailer, then you can go do the big events, but still be at your home base because you have people that are expecting you to be at this 33.
And that's one of the improvements that we've been tasked with from our customer base. You talk about those, customers that come every time we're open. That's some of the requests we've gotten. He says, "Hey, I love to see you guys growing. I look on your social media. I see you doing these other events. I'm all about it. They're high-fiving us, but I'd love to have you here all the time." So it's something that we take serious, right? I mean, we wouldn't be able to go and do these events if we didn't have those routine customers that patronize our business. So we definitely want to make sure we satisfy those guys, keep those guys happy, because they were there when we were not SNO Monster, when no one knew who we were, when we started our social media and it was just 3 people following us 3.
Yeah.
And no one knew about us. So we definitely take that seriously. We want to be sure not to forget about those individuals that supported us when we were nothing. So of course, now we're being invited to these youth football teams. And of course, there's like hundreds of people there. So it's a lot of opportunity to sell shaved ice, but we definitely want to make sure that we stay here with the community that built us. And that's why we made a commitment that regardless of the request for event, every Sunday we will be at 3232. So that's something that we all committed to. We met and said, okay, look, regardless of the request we have, Sundays are dedicated to 3232 Meridiana to support.
I'm gonna remember this. I didn't even know that address before.
Yeah, you remember it now.
Yeah.
So that's something that we all said, this is important to us. So every Sunday you will see us there, and we won't take an event that will take us away from there on a Sunday.
That's pretty good.
Now, I like how y'all said y'all take the feedback, even or the request, even if it's just like an off the ball, put a pickle or a pizza slice inside the
little slider.
Because some companies or some establishments don't always do that. Like, and then they lose customers. Like, okay, well, if it's just one person asking, I'm not gonna put this on the menu. Me and Mike, I'm not gonna bring up. I'm not gonna bring up anything, but. That's a true thing that happens. But if you just do it one time just to appease that person, then you have a connection with that person, You have that loyalty almost, that loyal customer.
Yeah.
Who's the Photoshop king on social media?
Oh, Trail, man.
Yeah, that's definitely done. Trail.
The other guy?
Done Trail, yes.
The other guy.
Where? Where is he?
He pops out of the closet.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Surprise! You got still goes. I thought y'all wanted some. Real nice.
Dontrell has a very demanding career, unlike Darryl and myself. So
okay.
he was unable to make it today.
He's making y'all's post right now.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's
Bringing in
hard at work.
SpongeBob
I'm
and
telling you,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you see him. That's
I
good.
watch them.
Yeah.
Someone's spending some time on there,
Man, I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
making all those collaborate in one post.
I pretty much, I'm hands off with it now. So when you see the earlier post, that was me. I say, hey man, you got it. I mean, I
Yeah,
can
so-
hold a candle to you. So
Yeah, so all the colorful stuff with the graphics, with the music behind it, that's all Dontrell.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
all Dontrell.
He always brings up TikTok, and y'all goofing around that trailer with a camera or like getting your boy to have some funny moments and putting that on TikTok. I think that would grow y'all as well.
So I'm
Old school.
I'm really trying my best.
I'm just old as hell.
Oh man, I'm probably the only person that still calls people. Like I call people and leave voicemails. I still do that.
You never call me back when I
Oh,
call
there
you.
you go. See what we're doing?
That's weird.
Well, I would
See what we're doing.
See,
That's weird.
I probably have called you, but you probably airplane mode flying to where
Yeah.
Austin, San Antonio.
Yeah.
Next
You don't fly to
thing,
those places.
Oh, you drive?
No, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like 3 hours away.
Oh, okay.
See, now I know you're lying.
Oh, I don't know what we were talking.
Social media.
Social media. So yeah, when it comes to TikTok, so I got a lot of people so Darryl does a great. Hey man, we gotta get a TikTok. That's great. I don't know anything about TikTok, so I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not the guy to drive it
Yeah.
because I
You
know
don't-
nothing about it.
You don't have to be. That's the cool thing. It's so much now. Like it takes so much time to do. And normally they just like your kid. You know, you don't have to pay nobody. You just get your kid, come take a few videos, make y'all do some goofy stuff, and then they post and do all that stuff because we don't like doing it at all, and we don't do it that much. If you notice, we'll go cold for about we do it like once a week maybe, and it's to post episodes. But there's value in it, but it's tedious, and we don't want to be fake about it. We don't want to like stage something like you do this and we'll do that. Although our teasers were kind of like that for a little while, but we like to have catch a moment. I think he came in here one time and I was trying to say a line like at first we were doing our audio and we were
I
like
saw that one.
yeah and we were saying like this is episode this and this and for the audio version, and he kept like catching camera angle. I would see like a phone and he'd be and I'd be like, what are you doing? And then he'll show up like above the backdrop and then below, and I think that was he caught me off guard.
Like authentic
Right.
funniness.
Yes.
It's amazing what you can do with social. You don't have to pay anybody to market your stuff now, right? It's like
Right.
Facebook. Are y'all on Facebook and Instagram?
Yes.
No.
We have a greater presence on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
More
So,
the pictures.
Facebook,
Wow.
I mean, we probably should market it more, but just like Jonathan said, I mean, we're just a bunch of old guys that just jumped in it just to have fun. And then pretty much our kids said, hey, guys, why don't you do Instagram? We're like, you know what? Let's do Instagram.
Mhm.
So we have a TikTok. I think we posted maybe 5 videos. But yes, I mean, social media is free advertisement. The youth loves it, but we probably should horn in on it some more.
Do y'all dwell on hashtags and all that stuff on Instagram?
That's the other guy. Huh?
Yeah, no, so I know you have to do though. That's the part that's exhausting.
Yeah.
right? And I understand the value in it. You got to do it.
Yeah.
On the way here, people were like, "Hey, you guys gonna be in this podcast? Great. How do I get the video?" I said, "Well, it's not like a television interview. Like they want to watch it now. I said, you can't watch
Oh,
it.
lie.
It's gonna be edited and posted, and then when it's posted, you can see it. And they're like, okay, what's the Instagram? That's always the first question. right?
Instagram, huh?
What's the Instagram? What's the Instagram? So they can go and look at the videos and put the notifications on. So when you post, boop, boop, oh, there you go, and watch it. So that's always the thing. So I understand the value in it. I do the same thing. When I go to a business I've never been to, I was like, well, let me check their Yelp. Let me check their reviews.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So I understand that. I use the tools out there to make a decision where I'm going to go and who I'm going to patronize. So I get that. It's just Jesus. I mean,
It's too much, man.
So
you
much.
have to have. Mike was telling me he met this like social media marketer when he was in Mexico or something, and you have to have like 3 different hashtag series that you go through. You can't use the same hashtags over and over again. You have a certain amount of hashtags.
Like if you copy and paste the same, like, because that's the easy thing. You just make some and then you just copy and paste them.
Right.
They'll pick up on the same ones over and over, and then it'll just kind of it'll drown you. What is it called?
Shadow ban.
I guess there's a different. It's like I don't know all these terms anymore.
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
Yeah.
But basically your posts won't hit the hashtags as much because they're in the same order, and I think they almost see it as like a bot. Like a bot is because it's the same thing. It's not anything different. But again, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I was in Mexico. I'm drunk.
So similar to what you're talking about, I was told, hey, you got to put 30 hashtags on there. Like that's the most.
You heard that too?
Yeah,
that's what she said.
So I put 30 down, and then like, okay, you got to change them. I don't know more than 30.
Yeah.
Like
you try to think of 30 hashtags.
I did.
Struggling for 3 days trying to think of one.
And then to constantly refresh that with new. I don't know how. And this is why they say that's like a full-time job. Like that's somebody's full-time job within the organization to just keep up with the hashtag. And my son was telling me put hashtags that aren't even relevant, just the ones that are
trending.
Yeah.
Like I put all stuff that was relevant to my business. He said, no, put something that doesn't have anything to do with your business, just as long as it's trending.
Yeah.
Who knew? You know, so
I would be on you. I'd be like Snow Monster, Monster Snow, Icy, Cold, Ice Cubes,
World Series.
World Series.
So that would be one, right? ACLS probably was a hashtag killing it, a couple of weeks ago, but I would have never thought to put
for the H.
Yeah, they'll look at it and they'll be like, "Oh, snow cone. I like snow cones."
Yeah, right.
We follow that person.
I don't feel like I go and looked at a hashtag, so that's strange. Maybe that's just me.
Well, if you people follow hashtags.
Right. And the hashtags find you.
Ooh,
you're not even looking when you're scrolling.
He's acting like you don't know shit, and he's like, "Well, actually, Michael,
actually, we started following Houston, Texas, on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Bad idea. It's nothing but like women and like thongs and.
You said that was a bad idea.
Well, I mean, for the Instagram, like we were trying to get guests.
Oh,
for the podcast. But it's nothing but like half naked women. I was like, well, that was a bad idea.
Yeah,
you guys
wouldn't expect that.
It. You don't have to keep
hashtag.
I did.
I didn't.
He
I haven't done it yet.
I'm working on it.
I keep
what was the hashtag
again? I keep forgetting about it.
I'll tell you the first thing I would do in that trailer.
Yeah, listen to us.
Yeah.
If I was working, the first day I'd work, I'd be putting ice down people's shirts. Like
that's why you'd get fired.
We actually done that.
I know. Does it once a day kind of thing? Like, hey, or put it down like their back of their pants.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't do that.
So I don't think
it's a business, Mike. Come on.
They gotta play around a little bit.
So I'm gonna tell you.
I have done that.
No. We've had a lot of fun in the trailer, but it's work, man. Like this trailer, it's hard to understand how much effort it takes, but it's an art. It takes a lot of effort. And when we first started, I told him, I said, hey, when we get in this trailer, I know we're talking about this company and how we're all excited about it. I said, when we start working, this is going to be work. Like, we're going to be working. And, we've been out of, we all in our 40s. Like, this is going to be work, man. So
I'm not 40 yet.
Okay,
I'm not 40 yet.
Yeah. You better set them straight.
You
Talks
old
a lot
head.
about He fact checked you real quick, didn't he?
So when we start working, we're like, geez, man. Like, people oh, man, I got to sit down. Wait a minute.
Get up. We got to stuck on him, man.
Like, this is work. So there is time for fun, but to make sure that we cut down those lines you drive by seeing, I mean, we're in there working. Like, it's a lot of work, man.
Who's the slacker of the group, or who jokes around the most?
I want the slacker. Who does the least amount of work and y'all talk about the most? I'm sure there's two guys that convene and like, hey, you're about to cut this dude. You don't start working.
Ironically, we actually just had a conversation with just up.
Cut Johnathan. He's about to get the chop.
You didn't make the cut.
But with the group of guys that we have, I mean, believe it or not, we're going into our third year, hopefully. We haven't really had much bickering. The guys, I mean, all three of us has been very supportive. We actually just had the conversation about a week or so ago. We haven't had the arguments that break up the singing groups, about money, about, who's in charge, who has, just the, just whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, I will say probably collectively, because I think we all know each other for so long. And at the end of the day, I mean, although he's a neighbor, Dontrell's, he been knowing him from a neighbor. I'm married to his sister. We're all family.
Oh,
So at the end of the day, I mean, we operate as family. We have fun, we joke, but at the end of the day, we know it's a business. We all have banded together, and we really don't have that bickering.
really?
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of respect for each other.
Yeah.
And I think that built over time. I think going into a business with somebody that you hadn't had the tenure that we had. I mean, we've been knowing each other literally. Like, I remember him dating my sister in high school.
And I
Like,
beat his ass.
No, I was like,
Eating his ass.
I was like, hey, Daryl's cool, but he not that cool. You know?
Yeah.
You let me know if you have any issues. You know, but I mean, he's treating my sister really well. I mean, he has a beautiful family. I have nothing but respect for him. My best friend, same thing. Been knowing him my entire life, nothing but respect for him. So I always judge a man by how he treats his family. I mean, everybody will tell you that. You may be the great person ever. If you're a terrible husband or father, that's how I judge people. And this guy's a solid guy.
Appreciate that, man.
Dang.
Appreciate it.
That made him feel pretty good.
Starts crying out. He's like,
He's like,
I do, Jonathan.
I didn't think you thought about me that way.
Look it up.
I gotta go.
Like, well, I guess you can stay on SNO Monster.
But that's the same thing for Dontrell. So all three of us, we have a solid respect for each other. So we may have a perception of how we think things should go, but we're open to each other's opinions and we respect our input. So everyone's input.
Hey, just between me and you, what Johnathan says goes. Right?
Oh, no.
tries to lead this thing.
Oh no, but we concede to everybody's subject matter.
Yeah,
So
you listen and then ultimately go, you're right.
So you do know him then.
We're gonna break this IS truck up.
well, I tell you, man, you're gonna see a for sale sign.
It's gonna be the Jon and Mike SNO Monster.
You're gonna have a wheel falling off. Y'all are really doing bad.
Oh, that's good shit.
Who come up with these banners, man? These banners came out of nowhere. I don't even know. Where do you buy these from? Amazon? You got these huge banners that go up.
So that was actually a donation.
Oh, that's good.
Dontrell's mother-in-law said, "We love what you guys are doing. What can we do to support?" And I said, "Well, we don't want anything." They said, "We got to get you something." So they bought us these banners, and it was a good advertising. So now everybody sees the banners.
Yeah.
You're a testament to that, and they know, oh, they're open the banners out, and they'll pull in because we don't really have an open and close sign, right? And our windows facing the opposite direction, so the banners serve as our open and close sign.
That's awesome.
That's interesting. Yeah, I saw it and I was like, man, they're doing it big. Now they got these big banners. With that wind the other day, did they blow away?
So we only open on the weekends now, and that's what we want to do. Step towards being open more, and that's why we're considering these steps, right? So of course when the wind was blowing, we weren't open. So
I would have blown that little trailer away, man.
I don't know if we'd blown the trailer away.
My car was rocking when I was trying to come home.
You drive a go-kart though, man. So
has the same engine as your truck. So
you see Mike's go-kart out there?
A V6.
Big heavy V6 though.
Yeah. Like hell. So yeah, y'all are thinking about expanding. Y'all are doing good.
I want to know more about this bowling group. How do y'all escape the family on once a week? Y'all do it once a week?
Last Friday of the month. So just one day a month.
Okay.
Oh man.
Is it a thing in the household? So the reason I'm asking, Mike doesn't
it's more for him.
Mike doesn't understand,
He has more kids than you.
Yeah, I know. That's why. Is it tough? Is it tough leaving the house because the kids and the wife, and you get home and the wife's like, "Well, where are you at?"
We're getting some shit now.
How is that? Give us the deeds on that.
So, I mean, for any business to be success, you need support of everyone. A lot of people. It's not just you out there, my bootstraps. No, it takes a lot of people to support that. And I have the support of my wife in doing these things. It started off because I wasn't working. So, of course, she was like, get out there and do something.
Do something, please.
We don't want you here.
Yeah. I leave you in the bed. I come back in the bed and do something, So it started off like that. But she supports it. My wife supports it. My family supports it. And I think I can say the same, speaking for these guys, and I probably shouldn't do that they have the support also. And I'm dedicated every other day. So I'm split between everybody. I'm trying to be a good dad, good husband, good business owner, entrepreneur, and I have a career. So I split myself a lot of different ways. So all I ask for, hey, can I just get this one night? And even in this one night, I'm being productive, right?
Right.
And because we've had successful things come out of this meeting, like SNO Monster, it has more merit. If I was just saying, hey, I'm going to hang out with the guys, we talking business, and I just came in, wasted it.
Like I do already.
But the fact that we've had one successful business come out of this meeting, it gives it merit now. So it's really not really a discussion. It's like, well, go. Hopefully something else will come in. You know?
Yeah.
Bring me some. She's just counting money over there. Like, "Okay, come back quick.
Peanuts don't come.
Yeah. What about you?
So pretty much, my wife kind of
Oh, Mike.
she pushes me to get out. I mean, similar to what Johnathan said, we all have careers. So, I mean, we don't do much. Like, I don't do much during the week, just work, come home, spend time with the kids, and try to do other little projects. So when the time does come to actually go out and mingle, and then you're productive while you're out mingling, my wife actually says, hey, go out. You guys should probably do it often.
So she's trying to get you out of the house, huh?
So we actually have great support.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2 girls, 2
Okay,
daughters.
so he has a little less kids, and it's okay. Y'all got 20, and it's not okay.
How many kids you got?
I got 3 boys.
And how old are they?
15, 12, and 9.
See, I think it'll get easier. So I got young
16,
kids.
16, 12, and 9.
17, 18.
Yeah.
Is it every other day you're home, or what is it? I mean, every other year?
I got a boy, I got a girl.
I think I got a girl.
Was it tough? It was. I imagine life doing when they were younger. It wasn't that easy to do that, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot more because you got to dedicate to support your wife when they're young, right? Because it's daycare and if they're babies, it's feeding time, bath time, all that stuff. But now my kids old enough, I say, hey, y'all go upstairs, take baths, and go to sleep. I don't want to see you anymore, type of thing.
Get out of my face.
Yeah,
It's the same with my daughters are 15 and
Every other
8.
year too.
yeah.
Y'all are gonna get in trouble, man. We have to cut this out. We have to cut this out, man. We don't like to edit.
So yeah, but having the older kids, I mean, it helps. Like, you don't have to watch them all day and all night, so we're able to go out and, spend time and do things like that, and not have to worry about, hey, we have to find a babysitter, we have to do this, we have to do that.
Yeah.
So
A really proud moment for both of us is the first job our kids had were at SNO Monster.
yes,
So my son and his oldest daughter, the first time they actually got an opportunity to earn money was with the snow cone trailer, with the shaved ice trailer. So
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I remember seeing your boy over there.
Yeah.
That y'all should do that on those rainy days. Go out to the cars drive by, go get their order, bring it back. You have to get out of the car. Yeah, have them on skates.
Have them ChickfilA it.
Screw it.
Chick-fil-A,
And then,
yeah.
and then CPS will show up.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. That's good stuff.
And it's kind of inspired entrepreneurship in the kids, if you want to talk about Haley.
yeah. So my youngest, Haley, she's 8. So every day, well, not every day. So every so often she say, hey, Dad, one day I will be the manager of SNO Monster. So, I mean, just even with his kids and the Darryl kids, they see that, hey, you can go out and inspire to do something different. Try to work for yourself. Try to supply your own income. So, she has little projects where she'll come and she'll take some trinklets and she'll build slot machines out of paper and, little trinklets, and she say, she's able to see that her parents are out doing something and, being supportive. And even with Johnathan, I know that he probably won't bring it up, but his sister, which is my wife, they have a business together. So just seeing both parents go out and doing something, it make the younger ones, try to aspire. Even with Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I probably shouldn't have said his name.
No, you fine.
Chris isn't his name. That's Peter.
His social security numbers.
I should have said that. I should have said his social security number. It's it's the address. 3232. Yeah.
I mean, but just seeing things like that to make them want to, become entrepreneurs themselves and try to venture off and do little projects and do things like that. So, I mean, every little bit helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something I guess we didn't see when we were talking about it, but it's a big influence on the kids. And to show that you can be an entrepreneur, I mean, I guess with like social media and stuff, you're seeing that you can make money your own way, but running the trailer and seeing y'all get after it. And they can actually, contribute to and make snow cones and give them out and see people come up and want them and the satisfaction they get from y'all's product. That's pretty cool, man.
I like building a community, like random people. I'm sure that has a positive impact on them. Random people coming up like, wow, these random people like my dads, and my dads are lame, but they think my dads are cool as hell, So
Yeah, we just did a community event or a donation to, want to get to school right, Jackie Caffey Middle School, which is a new middle school right in Meridiana. And we donated 50 cups to their choir. And the choir teacher said, hey, we having this event. It's going to be a social. And my son was like, hey, my dad has a shaved ice company.
He'll do it for free.
Yeah.
He'll give all y'all snow cones. You get a snow cone. You get a
That's pretty much how it started. And then the choir was like, hey, Sydney, no problem. I talked to the guys. They're like, nah, no problem. So we went and she just raved, oh my God, this is the greatest. But it started with my son like, hey, I know a guy. Right?
Yeah.
So, that's awesome.
The teacher's like, well, that's not what your boy said. He said all will be free. Are you calling your son a liar? Leans into it.
Well, Johnathan Darryl, has been fun. How can people find you on social media, location, address, all that good stuff? 3232.
So Instagram and Facebook, SNO Monster without the W, SNOMONSTER. Snow Monster, just hashtag Snow Monster. Search us up. We have our logo is a little purple shaved ice with a curly hair, like an Elvis hair on it. So look for that. To contact us, you can email us at
SNOMONSTER@yahoo.com. snomonster@yahoo.com.
Oh, wow. Y'all are set up. No website?
No website.
Not yet.
Not yet. Y'all are going to?
I don't even need
We'll see.
it.
We'll
I don't even need it.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. And then on those sites that they can request for y'all to come to events and stuff too. Is that the process? Like just message you basically?
Right. So you can send us an email saying what your services are, what you're requesting, and we'll send you a menu of all of our options. So we have a total of 3 options, but we cater to your needs. So if you have a need, like we have a big event that we're now considering, and it's way outside of something we've done before. So we're willing to bend to whatever your budget is and to whatever your count is on people, on head count. So, yeah.
Perfect.
Nice. Well, I appreciate it, guys. It was fun.
And man, thank you guys for having us, man.
Yeah, man, appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Definitely. Rock on.